Welcome to another edition of Real TV. And today we're in Canouan and we're going to be looking at Canouan, the development of what's happening in Canouan. We're going to talk to some of the workers, present workers. We're going to also be talking to some of the former workers, and we're going to take a look at what's happening in terms of the development on the island and on the resort. In the resort, completely changed looked. If you've not been to Canouan before, and if you knew what the original plans were for Canouan, and we're going to try and over the next couple of days and weeks give you a look of what's happening, the new look, a new development, Canouan, good or bad. Real TV with the Fly Guy will be right back.
Canouan is a small crescent-shaped Grenadine island, 28 miles south of mainland St. Vincent, surrounded by wide shallows and coral reefs. The people believe that the name of the island, Canouan, is that it means land of turtles in the Carib Creole dialect. However, the name Canouan is most derived from the Kalinago or Carib word canoes, meaning large war canoe. In the early 1990s, the Canouan Resorts Development Limited (CRD) company was formed and secured a lease for an area of the island to build two hotels, the former Raffles Resort site and Tambourine Beach Hotel site. The resort has a golf course, restaurants, private villas and a hotel. The golf course won the Robb Report's Best of the Best Golf Course in the World 2005 and is consistently voted top course in the Caribbean. Locals who are not employed at the resort, however, are forbidden admittance to the property, currently as it is a private property. However, the beaches remain public property and locals are allowed to use the beaches and can access them through the resort or by boat. The two major resorts on Canouan, the former Raffles and Tambourine Beach Hotel, provides a stark contrast of life to the rest of the island. Outside the two resorts, wild dogs roam freely, along with chickens, goats, turtles, lizards, and the occasional bat. Between 2004 and 2010, Raffles managed the resort, which occupied the north one-third of the island. At this point, the building arm of the CRD Limited built roads throughout Canouan, previously dirt tracks, installed electricity to the island and residents' houses, and provided desalinated water for the first time. An entirely new luxury resort is now under construction at Godhall Beach, scheduled to open in fall 2013. The runway at Canouan Airport has recently been lengthened to almost 6,000 feet to accommodate larger aircrafts. It is now the jet port for the Grenadines. Canouan was one of the locations of the Sports Illustrated 2009 Swimsuits Edition magazine. NBA player and political activist Adonal Fowell hails from Canouan, and former Prime Minister of St. Lucia, Sir John Campton, was born on this gem of the Antilles.
welcome back to Real TV. Well, we're going to continue today with our look at Canouan and what's happening on the island. So we're going to do this one via taking a look from the sea onto what's happening on the shores, what's happening with the beaches of North. Okay, we'll be right back.
Canouan is renowned for its gorgeous white sand beaches, sheltered bays, and coral reefs. This lovely stretch of white sand beach at the southern end of Carenage Bay, Godhall Bay, is surrounded by a private villa community. Those who are not villa residents can only enter the beach by boat. Many homeowners are concerned that much of the new development is environmentally unsound, and believes that some of the projects are not orthodoxy with the overall plans of the resort, including the construction of high-rise complexes. The cries and concerns of Canouan locals is that the activities undertaken by the resort management, including jegging activities, are destructive to marine lives.
Okay guys, all of this, what we're seeing here, all these mountains of sand came from here. So these came straight out of here. All this sand. Normally, what should be done is that these sand should be imported from Guyana. Yeah. But they pulling them out of the water.
Get it free.
It's easier for them, of course, and more cost effective. This area is called what again?
Glassy.
Glass.
Yeah.
Glass Bay?
Yeah.
Glassy Bay?
Glassy Bay, yeah.
Wow. Definitely no marine life at all there.
Yeah, no marine life wouldn't be here.
The biodiversity of a coral reef complex is considered the most diverse of all ecosystems. Coral reefs are more than a beautiful underwater garden. To many, they provide livelihoods in terms of fisheries and tourism. The ecology of Godhall Lagoon in Canouan is predominantly a barrier outer reef. Here, rampant of coral reefs grow to the surface where they observe and break the incoming storm and trade wind waves. It is composed of robust corals, elkhorn and star corals. Most strands of these two species have died throughout the Caribbean due to pandemic diseases, ocean acidification, and increasing water temperature. Consequently, the Godhall Barrier Reef is not as vibrant and healthy as it once was. However, it still forms a huge expansive support against the prevailing waves, protecting the inner lagoon and east coast of Canouan. From previous discussions with fishermen, the Godhall Lagoon had maintained large aggregates of schooling palgrake fish and sharks. This is sadly lost due to the dredging activities. In 1996, extensive beach alterations were undertaken, removing large sand piles, and the Carnage Bay water became murky with silt. Evidence from 2007, 2009, and 2010 confirms ongoing dredging activities leading to the loss of marine life, corals, fish, and the livelihood of many.
So welcome back to Real TV, and we still here, and I have with me, what's your name?
Yvonne.
Yvonne, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
You from Canouan, Yvonne?
Yes, please.
How you been living in Canouan all the years of your life?
Well, things was a little tough, but since the company came in, everything was better and thing. But right now, the kind of thing that happen in the resort, especially foreigners and them, especially Jamaica, from the Jamaican, especially Debbie. She don't know how to speak to people. She wanna have people like she children. She wanna back after.
Okay, hold on. We're talking about you're working at the resort.
I was.
Okay, and the person who you reported to, your supervisor, your
Right.
boss.
My boss, yeah.
Right, this is a Jamaican lady you said,
Yes,
right?
she's a Jamaican, right.
And what happened?
Well, she don't know how to speak to people. She wanna speak to people like if it's your child.
Right.
She don't have no good. If she have community, she'll have with some, and she would not have with the rest. If you have community, and everybody's supposed to be, you know,
Yes.
in love together. But she don't do that. She picking and choose. If she feel to talk to you today, she talk to you. If she don't feel to talk to you, she don't care.
So what sort of experience you had with her? A bad experience? What
Well,
happened?
some of she experiences good, and some are totally bad. Especially like if she has a problem, she takes out your problem upon everybody. They bringing in their policy. Their policy here is not, it won't really work.
Which area in the hotel you used to work, and what you used to do there?
I used to work in the laundry,
Right.
uniform attendants.
And there are all these other people that left the job. So you left a job. You had a job, a paying job.
I had a job, right?
Were you fired?
No, I did not fire. The kind of treatment, I asked for my money and I went on vacation.
So you just walk off the job like that?
Yeah, I get my money.
And you don't have anything else to do?
I work with my own self.
So it was so bad that you prefer to not have a salary job because you don't want the way they treat you?
Well,
because
to me,
they treat you?
To do it to me, my work that I am doing, I pay my own self good.
Right. You prefer to do that than to have people talk to you
exactly.
like how was she talking to you? How
They're rough. It's not me alone. I wish I could have get somebody the co-workers and them who all get laid off too, they're able to tell you more just like me. They talk to people like garbage.
Really? Is that bad?
Yeah, that's bad. So I don't know, I wish they could do something better and if they could get rid of she, because a lot of people...
Well, not just her, but they say that a lot of the people who are in supervisors and management position, that's a lot of what I've been getting. People have been saying that they treat them wrong, they like dogs, and if you pick a flower, they fire you,
yes,
and all this kind of thing.
Yeah.
You experience
You
people?
getting fired into a little used style of paper that going to throw into the garbage, you getting fired for those kind of things, and that is very bad. Very bad. That is not good. This is my homeland. I born here and I born here, but I did not real up here. And the best supposed to go for everybody, but not like some getting good treatment, some getting bad treatment. That's very bad.
But why you think it's like that though?
Well,
why you think? Why you think they're singling out people?
They need to shuffle up the card, get rid of who's supposed to get rid of. You can't bring in a lot of foreigners. People, you have to try the people and them have St. Vincent. You have to try them and see what turn out. You don't bring in a lot of foreigners to run a place like this. You understand? So I don't really know what's going on.
Overall, what you think about what's happening wrong there?
Well, right now I don't
Just
even
be
care.
honest. Just be honest.
Right now I don't really care about wrong there right
You don't
now.
care. You
I don't care about wrong there right now.
You couldn't be bothered.
I can't be bothered right now about wrong there.
You think a lot of other people on the island feel that way?
Well, a lot of people making complaint, but what? Right now the only work, if you get fired from up there, there's no way that you're gonna get a work in Canouan right about
Why?
now.
They can't, because they control everything.
They control the whole of Canouan.
Someone was telling me that they control down to the water in Canouan.
Well,
Tell me, have you?
well, we have the last beach wrong there what we go and picnic, and there I understand that you cannot go there and picnic no more.
Which beach is this?
Goodall,
Yeah.
Twin, right, this way. Every year we go in the background there and camp, and most like next year, we don't go over there no more and camp because we don't have any beach to go and camp out no more.
And when I was talking about the water, I'm talking about drinking water, bathing water and all that. That CCA control that water. Is that true?
Yeah, they control their water.
But
yeah.
how do people from Canouan get water? Drinking water, bathing water,
Okay.
generally. How do you get water?
By the grace of God, when we get a little rain, we have to control the water. Well, for
But do they sell water?
Yeah, they sell water to like people, but they open a new standpipe down there that everybody could go and get water, and that is very good for that.
Right.
I'm very glad
You're
for that.
happy for that, yes.
Yes, I'm happy
Yes,
for that.
yes.
Everybody could go and get water. But just mean that do not waste the water. You cannot bathe there, you go and get your water. You cannot wash there, you go and get your water, and you go home.
All right. What do you think about what's happening in terms of the environment and the building and how it's affecting the water and the effects it's having on the marine life, the fish and the removing of the sand? Do you know anything at all about those things?
No, I don't know
You don't know
anything
anything
about
at all about those things?
I don't know.
All right. But you just one of the workers who just walked off the job because you thought that you weren't being treated well.
I asked for my money, and they tell me think about it. I'm not. I say I need my money. I need my money, and I went on my vacation. But I hope one day it will come better. One day I hope.
How long it's been like that?
Well,
A couple of years?
a couple of years now since that. But
And how long you been working there for?
I work from Coronage all the way up.
That's how many years ago?
Then we get lay off, and then we get pick. I start working in we call up the raffles.
Yeah.
I work up there 6 years.
6 years you've been working there.
Yeah. 6 years I've been working there.
And they've been just changing people, bringing in people.
And changing people.
But most of the people that they've brought in, they've not had any locals in the management position. It's just people they brought
Yes,
in.
we have a little locals in manager. We have little locals in the manager side.
Okay.
But I am not going back up there.
Why not?
My ex-manager,
Yes.
Debbie. I am not going back up there.
And that's
I could go other place, but I am not going up there.
And that's because of the way this woman.
Just because of the way of this woman. I am not afraid to say so because I am a Vincentian and she's a Jamaican.
Good.
One day she have to go, I am right here standing
You
still.
don't have any way there.
I have nowhere to go.
Yes.
No way.
Yeah. Thank you very much, okay?
You're welcome.
All right, enjoy the rest of the carnival, darling.
Okay, I do
Great,
that.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye. developed. This is where the Canouan Marina walk is being constructed.
A survey conducted by Dr. Stephen Price found a statistically negative impact on the marine environment in the northern area of Goodall Lagoon, including Goodall Beach, Carnage Bay, and Point du Jour Bay. According to a 2010 special report conducted by Chester Connell, many homeowners are concerned that much of the new development is not environmentally sound. And some of the projects are not in conformity with the overall plans of the resort, including the construction of high-rise complexes. Furthermore, the developers have done much environmental damage to the marine life in the areas adjacent to the resort, including the destruction of reefs and mangroves, according to some homeowners. It has been reported too that Goodall Bay, the main beach fronting the resort, is closed and significant dredging is currently taking place there.
Now start the work here. They have plenty more work to do here. They have to bring out all this.
Oh, that means the hill is definitely coming down.
Coming down here.
All that hill, we see all those trees will definitely be coming
and
down.
all these stones had to come out more. Plenty work still is going on there.
The sand that you see in stockpile came out of the sea right here. Okay, so welcome back to Real TV. Like I said before, we're in Canouan and we're in the square in the heart of everything in Canouan, and I'm here at one of the major areas where a lot of trading go on, take place, and I'm here with one of the traders. Good morning or good afternoon, how are you?
Not too bad.
How are things going?
Kind of slow. We're pulling through.
Slow, and this should be a big weekend and it's slow?
I know, but apparently some of the workers may haven't gotten paid as yet, so you have to wait until they actually get paid, right? So the trading begins.
When do they normally get paid?
I think, as far as I was told, some of them get it lodged in their account and some get it, they have to pick up the check manually, the cash manually, so probably 6 o'clock.
Today?
Yes, today. 6 p.m.
Okay. All right. You were telling me about off camera about how things are generally.
Yeah.
You into construction work? You said?
Yeah. Yes, I do construction. I'm actually a contractor.
You are a contractor?
Yeah. But actually here, it's going to be hard for me to even accomplish a job here. So I have to stick to what I am doing right now.
Okay. And why you not doing any construction work?
Oh, I mean, they ask you for your police record, they ask you for everything that you're qualified for, and then you go under scrutiny after.
But you in Canouan where there are a lot of major projects happening. There's a need for a lot of people of your type of work, skill.
Yeah, that's what they've been told. But, I mean, if you qualify for something, I don't think most of the time you may get it. It's who you know.
Okay, let's talk a bit, let's talk some more about, you said you've been screened and all that, right?
Yeah.
You apply for a job at the resort?
Yeah.
And you've been screened?
Yeah, basically, the application is statified that it states on it that you're looking for a job as a contractor or a driver or a mason or plumber. Sometimes you may get an interview, you may not get an interview. Right? Because they probably have their friends waiting in line.
Right.
So they're more quicker to give somebody unqualified for a job than somebody qualified for a job.
Okay. And what happens when, you say they're quicker to give somebody who's unqualified, and what happens in these cases?
If somebody is qualified for a job and they state that they need a job and their qualification is there, right? The resume state that they qualify for this position.
Right.
It's not necessarily that they may get it. They may give them the job, but they have to start from scratch. Some places that I was told. I can't speak in general that it had happened to me.
All right, well, let's talk about your specific case. All right, you applied, you got a reference.
Yeah, my reference is very strong too.
You got a very strong reference.
Very strong reference, and they didn't even contact the reference. And the reference I had is a police officer. And I've never been called for an interview. Or he has been contacted.
Why do you think that's the case?
I don't know.
Okay. Do you know what goes on at the resorts in terms of work-wise and all that? You know that there have been some accidents and things wrong there. Why do you think
it's not surprising that they do?
Why?
To me, it's not surprising. As I said before, who do you apply? Who do you hire? The one unqualified and pay him less, or the one that's qualified and ask for the requirement? You wouldn't. So
you think that they are employing people who are unprofessional, and as a result,
you will have accidents.
See
if they come first.
There have been accidents where persons have lost their lives in some cases. Yes.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Well, that wouldn't be surprising. That wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised of that one. As I say, I'm only here 1 month on the island, a month and a half, right? And I heard out so many so many stereotyping and skepticism. So I stay far from it.
Yeah, I've heard that. I mean,
No, I don't want a job. I stick to what
if you offered a job wrongly, you wouldn't take it.
around here now.
Yeah.
I don't even think so. I stick to my selling right now because
Someone told me off camera that there are a lot of profiling and racism that goes on there. Have you experienced any of that in terms of while trying to get your job?
well, as I said before, the time for qualifications are over. It's who you know or who know you. It seems as if, right? Because if you know someone and the person you're seeking employment and the person know or aware of you, probably try to squeeze you in somewhere.
Okay.
And then you may squeeze inside of the place that you don't actually fit in. And then they force you to do the job, and next thing you know, they'll create an havoc, an accident. That's unnecessary. So I think they should think about the people's safety first.
After 3 minutes.
And get the most qualified person for the job.
Okay.
That comes first.
How do you feel generally about how things are going on the island? Is it? I know you're doing your selling, you're trading, you've got a lot of stuff here under your tent. How do you feel generally about?
Well, I just do what I have to do and go back on the mainland. That's about it.
You don't sound very optimistic.
You can say that.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you want to say
No, I just want everybody to have them fun on this
for the weekend?
for the weekend and make sure nobody get hurt
Yeah.
while they have their fun.
Okay.
Because as I said before, safety comes first.
You think that a lot of emphasis is placed on safety generally? Because clearly the island is controlled by CCA. That's my opinion. That's from what I've seen. You know, every vehicle passes CCA. Do you think a lot of importance are placed on safety? I see the way the vehicles are being driven on the road, speeding, a form of recklessness in some cases.
As I say, I don't want to even get political.
No, it's not political. Not getting political. We're talking about safety.
If you have the camera in hand, I think you should put it to good use. The camera will speak for itself.
Okay.
You understand? The camera will speak for itself. Because you have the most sophisticated tool in hand.
Okay. Thank you, eh?
You're welcome.
What's your name?
Tommy.
Tommy?
Yeah.
Bless man.
Nice meeting you.
All right, cool. Thanks. Cool. Okay, so this is Maho, the infamous Maho area. This pond, we have been informed, is where a number of stuff have been dumped in. We can't verify that, but we're going to try and see if we can get some verification. Also in this area, we were told, not necessarily in this pond, that there is a location where a number of the old vehicles from CCA are being dumped for the purpose of disposal, where they do not sell them, but they take them and they dump them and bury them. Now, if you understand what happened with these old metals and especially vehicles, they will never be able to decompose. So what I'm doing right now is trying to locate the area where these vehicles are being dumped and see if I can get some shots of that. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're still at Maho. Now this pond in Maho is what is being used to feed the water for the Gulf area, for the Gulf coast. This pond has been here for hundreds of years. The time the island was being around, I was told. And you can see now how low the water level is. I don't know if you can see straight ahead, there's a point there which is something that give you the water level, and that's where it's at right now. I'm still trying to locate that area where I was reliably informed that these vehicles are being dumped. And once you can get it, we'll have the footage for you. Check back in with you later.